Hello, Year 6, and welcome to our next session on Delightex. In this session, I'm going to show you how you can make the most of a quiz element inside of your virtual world. So I've got three animals here at the moment, and you'll notice when I start my game, let me show you if I play, click me to begin. Okay, so I've used this in here. If I try and click the fox or the rabbit, nothing happens at the moment. But if I click the deer, should your password be your full name? So if you are good with internet safety, you know the answer will be no. But let's just test it and we say yes, just in case. Yes, we're wrong. You are wrong. Start again. And the level will reboot. Start again. Click me to begin. So let's try and get the right answer this time. Should your password be your full name? We know the answer is no. Now the next thing is going to say, click on the bunny. However, I've not coded that part yet because I want to show you how it works. Okay, so let me go back onto this section, okay? So I'm going to go back onto the start, and in there, in the coding element, so when I start my game, I've set the animation of my deer to look startled, and then the deer is going to say, click me to begin. I've then made sure if I click on my deer, I'm then going to have a quiz. You can drag a quiz panel in, and you can search for quiz panels just in here, nice and easy quiz, and add them directly in. You'll put your question in the top area, then your answers, yes, no, I've for this. You can have more than two answers. You can add and remove answers if you want to. Okay. So if you don't want it, you can remove it, but you have to have at least two. It's a multiple choice. You decide which one is correct. Because two is no, no will be the correct answer. So what that's going to say now on here, it will then say if the user gets no, it's then going to go on to the correct area. However, like an if statement, if then statement, if it's incorrect, the DA is going to say, you are wrong, restart the entire scene. Now, this is the clever part because you can have a question inside of a question. So rather than going and putting another question below this, this is the best way to add the quiz panels in. So I'm going to go into my quiz panel, okay? And I'm going to drag this. If it's correct, my second question is going to happen. However, my second question will only ever happen if I click on the bunny. So let me show you, okay? So when the bunny is clicked in this area, my second question will begin. Now, here we go, the rabbit. However, if I click the bunny at the start, nothing will happen because I have to get the question right first of all. Okay, so let's have another internet safety question. Should you use YouTube if you are below 13 years old? Okay, we know that some people use YouTube Kids, but realistically, you shouldn't be using YouTube below the age of 13. So the answer, we'll put yes and no. So again, the correct answer is no in there. This time, if we're correct, we're going to go to a new scene. If it's incorrect, same thing, we're going to restart right from the beginning. Okay, I'm going to add a new scene. If we're right, I'm going to go into a brand new scene in there on my moon scene. So all the way onto the moon. However, if we're incorrect, I'm going to restart my scene. You can put a message in there if you want. The rabbit could say something, so well done, you've passed the quiz. But that's up to you when you're designing this. You'll see I've now got a question inside of another question rather than waiting to click on something else. You've been given instructions. So let me show you. If I press play, same as before, click me to begin. And we click on, there we go. We know the answer is no from before. Now, click on the bunny. So if I click the fox, not going to work. But if I click on the bunny, should you use YouTube if you are below 13 years old? And if we say yes, same thing happens. We restart the entire scene, you'll see. However, if we get it right, we'll go all the way through to our moon scene. Click on the bunny, wait for it to happen, and we know the answer should be no. And there we go. Over we go into our new scene, which I'll show you shortly.